Hello there everybody and welcome to another video here on my channel. And this video that I'm going to be doing is something I've done originally back in like a couple years ago or so, or whatever this was. I don't know exactly, but I did this with a couple other people. But this person I have on here is a good friend of mine, and this video is going to be entitled The Top 10 Best WWE Pay-Per-View Themes of all time. Not like ones that from this year or anything like that, the ones from like years back and all that. Now, everybody remembers like back in the days with WWF and WWE, all the pay-per-view themes that they had, like for their shows like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or any one of them. So I decided to do this little thing. Like I said, I have a list of my top 10 best, and I have a guest with me. And if you would like to introduce yourself, that's fine.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's LC Muscles here, and yeah, if you know me, I am the host of the Pain and Game podcast along with Channel Matt the Pimp Daddy and Jerome, but I also have my own YouTube channel, LC Muscles 28. Check that out. I have lots of sports videos, prediction videos, and a podcast. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm from. Let's get this started because there are some good pay-per-view themes, and I definitely like to talk about a few of them.
Yes, and just to get this out of the way really quick, so just to mention, I actually do not have any honorable mentions. I had some, but I went over them and said, I'll put that on there because that's a good song. So I do not have any honorable mentions.
I don't think I have any either, unfortunately.
Interesting. I've never seen a video where somebody does not have an honorable mention. Usually they do like have 1, 2, or 3, but in this case we don't. Okay. So let's get right into this, and we'll start with our number 10, and I will let Lucas go first for this one.
First one, number 10. Ooh. There's a lot of good ones. I had to pick one as an honorable mention. Actually, no, it was my number 10. I probably had to go with Click Click Boom by Saliva from 2001. That was a great song. That is such a great song, such a great theme. It goes click, click, pull. And yeah, this was a great song to use in the WWE pay-per-views because pay-per-view songs back then are awesome. Now, they're not really that good. But yeah, No Mercy, Click, Click, Boom. Great song. You can't go wrong. That's my number 10.
It's a good pick there. So my number 10, now this one was from probably a lot of people's favorite pay-per-view back in the day from the 2000s. I had to look this over. I mean, the song is not bad though, but the artist is pretty good as well. And I don't even know if he's like still performing to this day, or he might be. I don't know. My number 10 is from WrestleMania 19, and it's called Crack Addict by Limp Bizkit.
Oh, I love this song. That's another one of my songs. I think you'll see that later on in one of my lists.
Nice. But the thing with WrestleMania 19 is a lot of people think that this is probably their favorite WrestleMania. If I'm not mistaken, Alex has this as his number 1 favorite. I'm thinking, or unless it's another one, but it's somewhere in his top 5 if it's not his number 1. There's matches like Shawn Michaels against Chris Jericho, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin 3, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle for the title, and Booker T against Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Hulk Hogan versus Mr. McMahon, just to throw that in there. But the song is kind of interesting a little bit, like the way that it is and stuff, but the way he starts off and the song, and like I said, I like Limp Bizkit, I like his music, and this song I thought was a pretty good theme for it. And there you go. That's my number 10.
All right, my number 9 is actually one from a pay-per-view. It's a very odd pay-per-view, and this is probably from an American Idol winner. And yes, it is Daughtry. There and Back Again. It's There and Back Again by Daughtry. And I think it was from Backlash 2008. I think. Let me see.
Might have been.
Let me take a look because I know it was featured on his debut album. If you like either Backlash or Backlash 2007. Let me see.
Backlash 2008 was All Summer Long by Kid Rock. So let me. There and Back Again by Daughtry featuring Brent Smith, 2007 Backlash.
Okay, yeah, it was 2000. I knew it was Backlash. I was just had to make sure which one though. But yeah, there and back again. It's an actually really good song. This is where I got started wrestling. Was around 2007. My buddy Cody from Jupiter Academy, if I remember that place. But yeah, he got me into wrestling, and I watched WrestleMania 23. That was my first WrestleMania. I started right around January 2007. Watched WrestleMania 23 with Donald Trump in the Valley of the Billionaires. That was probably one of my favorite matches there. And then Backlash 2007. I heard this theme on like the TV. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna check this song out. And then I started listening. Like, this is a good theme. I actually really like this because I only like 2 songs by Daughtry, and this is probably his best one. The other one I like is Not Over by Daughtry, but this is probably his best one though. And it's a really good workout song too. That's why it's my number 9.
I'm out of muscles. I work out. Okay.
That's right. Love working out.
Yes. All right. For my number 9, this one. Now, Lucas already mentioned a song by this group in his number 10. My number 9 is by Saliva, and it comes from the pay-per-view WrestleMania X8, Make Me a Superstar.
Oh, Superstar. That's a good song.
Yes. Now, I'm going to be honest about this just because I'm just going to say this. I'm not really big on the group Saliva. I never really got into them. I like some of their music, but I never really got into them. But the song Superstar, like how they kept saying, make me a superstar, no matter who you are. Yep. I mean, the pay-per-view was great. Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. Not Shawn Michaels. Triple H versus Chris Jericho for the Undisputed Championship. And it was held in Toronto at the then Skydome, now called the Rogers Center. And although there was another song that was in that pay-per-view, but I can't remember the other one. I think it was by Drowning Pool, and I think it was Tear Away. I'm Tearing Away or something like that. But, yeah, but this song, very good song and good theme for WrestleMania X8 or 18, any way you want to call it. And that's why it's my number 9.
Nice.
Yeah. Now number 8, we move on to. And Lucas can start off if he wants.
All right, let's get this number 8 started with the theme of WrestleMania 24, Snow Hey Yo by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ooh.
This is my first big WrestleMania that I saw. I wish I went to this one. This would have been awesome to go to, WrestleMania 24, even though I did go to WrestleMania 33. But WrestleMania 24's theme was great. It definitely introduced me into Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is what got me into them. I really do like Red Hot Chili Peppers, some of their songs, and this is one of their best songs, I think. It's a very good song, very mellow, but it also has a very good vibe to it. It makes you feel like you're there. That's what I really liked about Snow. So that's why it's my number 8.
Good choice for there. All right, my number 8. Now this is another artist back in the day. He still performs as well, and I like his music as well. Although I think only 2 of his songs have been themes for pay-per-views, but in my opinion, there should have been a few more that should have been themes for the wrestling pay-per-views. My number 8 is Cocky by Kid Rock from the Royal Rumble 2002.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. You say I'm cocky, and I say, what? You ain't bragging if you're doing it. You back it up, something like that. And this pay-per-view, though, was a pretty good one. I thought the championship match between The Rock and Chris Jericho would have a different turnout, but for the Royal Rumble, that one was great. We saw like the return of a couple of superstars, including Goldust, Val Venus, and The Godfather. But the theme song, I remember watching this on the pay-per-view, and they're showing like highlights of superstars and Stone Cold saying his phrase, what? Because when Kid Rock says, yeah, a phrase I'm not really big on when they say what in the wrestling business. But hey, I mean, my favorite one is usually when they chant Undertaker. But now that he is,
oh my God, the best thing when I was at the Raw after WrestleMania, they were chanting Undertaker, Roman sucks. Undertaker,
oh my God,
Roman sucks. Undertaker, Roman sucks. And right when they get me, he goes, "Fuck you, Roman." And then literally as he tried to spell, he goes like this, and it's like they just boo him, and he just goes. Oh. It was pretty funny though.
I know, really. I mean, yeah, I mean. In case you folks don't know, Alex and Lucas attended that, and I'm pretty sure they really enjoyed that. And that was Pretty good pay-per-view though, but despite the last one not the way we thought it was going to go, but still it was a good matchup between them, and yeah, that was a pretty good one. Anyway, so yeah, Cocky by Kid Rock. As I was saying about Kid Rock before, there's a few other songs like the song Cowboy he did and Ball with Doll. Those songs, in my opinion, should have been like a theme for a couple of wrestling pay-per-views, but they weren't. But this song that they use, I thought that was a good idea, and it's a good song too. Like I said, and that's why it's my number 8.
Nice. Number 7. My number 7 is your number 10. Cracked Eye from Limp Bizkit. What was it?
Aha, yes.
WrestleMania X9, right?
Yep, 19.
That's right. WrestleMania 19. Seeing Cracked Eye by Limp Bizkit. This is such a great song. And I rewatched this pay-per-view a while before WrestleMania 20. WrestleMania before I went to WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. I watched this. This is definitely probably my favorite one out of all of them. But this had such a great theme accompanying it. And yeah, if you have a great theme accompanying to a great wrestling event, you're always going to win there. And that's why Crack Eye by Limp Bizkit is my number 7.
Okay. That's just a notification from MLB. That's all right. Anyway, my number 7, this one was from a pay-per-view that they don't do anymore. And this, in my opinion, is probably just a one-hit wonder by this group. The pay-per-view itself was pretty good, actually. Some of them, the matches were all right. It's from the year 2003, and the song is called Headstrong by Trap from Bad Blood 2003.
Yes, I love that song. It is one of my favorite songs. This was okay. I was gonna say something, folks. I'll talk this more about in my when I talk about it. But it was one big thing I got. This song made me get into like this one genre of videos back in the day. But I'll talk more about that in a little bit, though. So go ahead and continue. Sorry, I didn't mean.
That's no problem. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So. The pay-per-view I said was pretty good. The song I think is pretty much a one-hit wonder. I went out to Target and purchased their CD, their self-titled album Trapped, and I got the song on there that has it on there. Because when I listened to this song, I was like, "Oh man, this has got a great beat. The guitar, the drum, the vocals in. I mean, oh my god, this song's good, man." I heard this and they go like, "Back off, I'll take you on, headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong and this is not where you belong." Yeah, that's a very good song, definitely. And I thought the pay-per-view was going to turn out a little bit different than I thought back in the day when I watched it on the pay-per-view. I remember recording it off of those old VHS tapes. And yes, folks, I still use VHS tapes.
VHS tapes, the good old days.
Yes. I can just put them on. I can put a VHS on a DVD if I want, but just for now, I just might do that. But anyway, that's why number 7 is Headstrong by Trapped. And there you go.
My number 6. This has actually been used on 3 pay-per-views. If you
think I might know what it is.
This is definitely one of my favorite bands. Bodies by Drawing Pool.
That is my number 6 as well.
Oh, it's awesome. We both have the same number 6.
Yes.
But Bodies by Drawing Pool, SummerSlam 2001, ECW One Night Stand, ECW One Night Stand in 2006.
Yes.
Go ahead and talk about this for a little bit, though. I just want to see what you have to say about it before I get into it.
Yeah, I never thought we'd have the same one, but yeah. Yeah, I like Drowning Pool. I like their music. They also did the theme for SmackDown called Rise Up, which
Oh, yeah, they did.
I love that song. I mean, I wish they still did it, but I think they stopped doing that around 2008, 9, or 10, whatever year it was. So, but this song I've listened to a lot. It's from their album. I got it on CD, and back in the day, I couldn't buy like CDs like Limp Bizkit if it had the parental advisory on it because my folks would say you cannot get that, and they would always buy the CDs from Walmart because Walmart would always edit them. So,
God,
I know I always hated that. But this song, every time it gets really quiet, they go, "Let the bodies hit the floor," and then they really get into it, and yeah.
The bodies. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was awful.
I don't care. I mean, it was funny, but yeah, that's That's why it's our number 6.
You can't go wrong there.
Nope.
Number 6 was great. Now, my number 5. Number 5. It's actually your number 7. It's Headstrong. I'll take you on. Oh my crap.
There you go.
Love this freaking song. And I was going to tell you guys, this actually got into, you know how many this was used back in the day on the early days of YouTube? You know what the number one used for this song was? Anime music videos, like AMVs. They were the best song to put on for AMVs. Like the ones the Japanese anime, not translated, and they had the awesome fight scenes. But one I remember the most is probably Naruto versus Sasuke. With this song, and I've loved this song for the very beginning. I was so happy it was a feature on the pay-per-view because it deserves it. Unfortunately, it is a one-hit wonder, but you know what? It's still a great freaking song. I love Headstrong by Trav, and that's why it's my number 5.
Awesome there. My number 5, and this one might be a surprise to everybody, but you'll see. My number 5 is another Drowning Pool song. It comes from the pay-per-view WrestleMania 20, and it was also featured in a movie called The Punisher, I believe, and it's called Step Up.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've heard of the song.
If anybody's never heard of it, I mean, it's basically like, if you want to step up, you're going to get knocked down. You had your chance to walk away, live to see another day. If you want to step up. Yeah. I did not see the movie, but I've heard of the movie. But when I heard it from the pay-per-view WrestleMania 20 now, I got to be honest, WrestleMania 20 is a top 5 favorite pay-per-view of mine. And why, may I ask? Not only because of the return of The Undertaker with his Dead Man gimmick, but because of matches including Triple H, the World Heavyweight Champion, versus Chris Benoit and Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight Championship, Eddie Guerrero, the late Eddie Guerrero, I should say, against Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship, and a couple of other matches that kind of sucked. One of them to mention that did suck, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, Part 1. The worst.
Oh.
Terrible. But the song, like I said, I mean, I like this. I like how the beat is. I like the drum work, the guitar work as well. And yeah, that's my number 5, Step Up by Drowning Pool.
Very nice. Next up for me is my number 4. And my number 4 is the theme song to WrestleMania 23. Once again featured Saliva. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes, yes.
First WrestleMania watching, and this was the theme. I loved it. I love this song. It goes, ladies and gentlemen, boom, here we go, boom, here we beat it, boom. Oh, dude, this was such a great song. I haven't listened to it in a long time, though, but this song is an awesome song. WrestleMania 23 was my first WrestleMania watching it, and what a way to start off my wrestling hobby that I now continuing to watch wrestling. Love this song by Saliva. Another great hit from there. So they've had some pretty good hits, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, boom, is my number 4.
Sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my number 4. This song comes from another artist that I mentioned before, or group, whatever, and it comes from Survivor Series 2003. The artist, once again, is Limp Bizkit, and the song is Build a Bridge.
Oh, I know that. I've heard this song before.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it is a good song, but the pay-per-view was pretty much not bad. I mean, it was not terrible, but not great. This features like the last one with Stone Cold Steve Austin as general manager, where his team loses to Eric Bischoff, and Bischoff is named like the permanent general manager instead when they had co-general managers. And The Undertaker versus Vince McMahon in that terrible Buried Alive match where
that was bad.
Where Kane turned heel on his brother, and Goldberg versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship, which kind of just ended on a sour note, in my opinion. But I like the theme song, Build a Bridge. If anybody's never heard this, it's kind of a slow song, but it has a good beat as well. Like, he just says, like, build a bridge made of pain, send my longing down the drain. It might sound like a little sad to some people, but it's not a sad song to me. It's a good song.
It has a very good build to it.
Yes. I mean, This is like the only Limp Bizkit song that I hear where he doesn't really say like the F word a lot or anything else like that. But I still like this song, and I like the theme for it because it's good, and it's why it's my number 4.
Fantastic. Can't go wrong there. That would probably be if I really didn't want to do honorable mentions, but I probably have way too many to count if I did honorable mentions.
Yeah,
That is
same here. I was going to choose one, though, and I'll probably get to it maybe later. So
if I had to pick one, it probably would be Build a Bridge. That'd probably be mine.
Mine was going to be Bring Me to Life by Evanescence from No Way Out 2003.
That's actually, you know what? That's another one of the ones I wanted to put on here. Wake me up inside.
Yeah, that chick can sing.
Number 3 for me is another Limp Bizkit song. Limp Bizkit, and this is probably one of their better ones, I think, in my opinion. It is from WrestleMania X7, My Way, or The Highway. I love the song.
Very good
song.
A
great freaking song. One of the best WrestleManias ever. WrestleMania X7. Can't go wrong here. This is such a great Attitude Era song. It fits perfectly. I love this song. It's such an amazing song. Go listen to it if you have not listened to it before. It's such a great song. That's why My Way or The Highway is my number 3.
Yep. For my number 3, excuse me, this is another pay-per-view from 2003, and I'm a fan of these guys. These guys have actually been around for a good while, and it might be a surprise to some people, but don't get me wrong, because I thought this pay-per-view was not bad, but the song was great. It comes from the pay-per-view SummerSlam 2003, and the song is Saint Anger by Metallica.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Now, I'm going to be honest, not to go on too much. I love Metallica. I love their music. Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters, Master of Puppets, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and Saint Anger. Now, Saint Anger is a later work from them. It's from 2003, and the main event was the Elimination Chamber with Triple H, Goldberg, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and I believe Chris Jericho, and one more person. I think it was 6 of them, but it doesn't really matter who it was. But I like the song because it starts off with the guitar work, then the drums come in, and then the more drum sound from Lars Ulrich, the drummer, I believe, and then they like really get into it, and then they start like really get into it, and he goes, Saint Anger around my neck. Yeah, I mean, even though a lot of people are really big fans of their early stuff and all that, but there's nothing wrong with their later stuff. I mean, they're still on tour, and they have another album out now. I think it's Moth into Flames, the new one.
I think so. I think I was right.
And I listened to it, and it's really not that bad. I mean, you can't go wrong with Metallica, and I can't go wrong with putting this at my number 3.
Number 2. Oh, boy. My number 2 is a pretty interesting theme, to say the least.
Okay.
This was the debut theme of a wrestler and also the theme of a pay-per-view. From Judgment Day 2006, we got This Fire Burns by Killswitch Engage.
Ah, yes. That was CM Punk's.
Such a freaking awesome song. Love this song. It's such an unbelievable, amazing song. This, especially with having CM Punk debuting like with this music when he debuted in the WWE. Absolutely perfect match. It fit his personality so well, especially with him in ECW, being an ECW guy, going to the WWE with this theme. It's unreal, and everybody loves this song. It's such an amazing song. Got great vocals, great song. It was a great placement on the It was a great placement on the pay-per-view. So yeah, This Fire Burns, great pay-per-view. That's why it's my number 2.
Sweet. My number 2, as soon as I just go over something real quick on here, yeah. This is probably the only WWE pay-per-view on here that I have that is a favorite one of mine. It's from the 1990s.
Ooh.
This one is from a legendary band. They've been around for a good while, and I think their lead singer is not really with them, but they're still on tour. And this comes from SummerSlam 1998, and it's AC/DC Highway to Hell.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, where do I start from this? Now, I saw this on pay-per-view back in the day. I ordered it because I wanted to see The Undertaker against Stone Cold Steve Austin for the championship in the main event. Now, when the song came on, AC/DC Highway to Hell, I heard this and I was like, oh my God, I love this song. I like how the way they sing and the way that the pay-per-view was, like in all the other matches, Triple H or Hunter Hearst Helmsley at that time against The Rock for the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match, Val Venus versus D'Lo Brown in the opening match for the European Championship, a couple of matches that weren't so good, just to mention one, the Oddities against Kai and Tai, which was a squash match because you got a 7-foot guy in there and a little Taka Nishioku and Funaki going against these people. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous. But other than that, the pay-per-view was great. I mean, because I really enjoyed it. The theme, is the absolute best work because this was right at the beginning of the Attitude Era. And that was just definitely the right song to put in that pay-per-view. And that's why that is my number 2.
You want to know something, Steve?
What?
Highway to Hell is my number 1. I was about to say, but you know what? Highway to Hell is my number 1.
Nice.
You can't go wrong with this song at all. It is such an amazing song, especially with the pay-per-view. That's such a great pay-per-view with Undertaker and Stone Cold being the main event. This is the perfect one. It's the perfect theme song for the perfect time. It fitted so well. The pay-per-view was amazing. Such a great pay-per-view. So yeah, Highway to Hell by AC/DC. You really can't go wrong with this song. It's such a great song to listen to from one of the best bands of all time. Like, where can you go wrong with this? It's so amazing. That's why Highway to Hell is my number 1, without question. My favorite pay-per-view song of all time.
Nice. Yeah, I was stuck between two, and between my number 1 and my number 2 to decide on which one, but I had to go with this one at my number 1 because I did see this pay-per-view as well when I watched it back in the day, and because I was looking forward to this. There's a lot of good matchups, and the theme song for this, which is again by another artist, and this happens to be Lucas's number 3.
Ooh.
Yep, that would be none other than "My Way" by Limp Bizkit, WrestleMania X7 or 17.
You can't go wrong there. That's such a great one.
Of course not. I mean, it is like all the matchups. Well, the one everybody, of course, wanted to see, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, Part 2, and that's where Stone Cold turns heel and joins forces with Mr. McMahon, where they're shaking hands. And I remember that, and I thought for sure that The Rock was going to retain, but Austin had won the Royal Rumble, and usually when they win the title at WrestleMania. But it was held in the Astrodome, which is still there to this day. I mean, if they're going to demolish it or something, I wish they wouldn't. But if they're ever going to do that, I don't know if they would. But it's a great stadium as well. And then all the other matchups as well, like The Undertaker versus Triple H with Motorhead performing Triple H's theme, The Game, as he makes his entrance. The Undertaker with his Rollin' theme song by Limp Bizkit, and just shoots down the stage with his motorcycle because it's like a long ramp down there. And yeah, so what else did we have? We had the Gimmick Battle Royal with a lot of the superstars in the past, like Sergeant Slaughter, Doink the Clown, IRS, Erwin R. Shyster, Brother Love, and many others that participated in it. And an opening match, which I think Chris Jericho against William Regal. I don't remember exactly, but there was a bunch of other matchups too. And the theme song, again, My Way by Limp Bizkit. I mean, I loved the song, and I loved, the theme for it because it was great. It was the right one for that, and it was a great build-up for The Rock and Austin Part 2. And, yeah, that's all I can say. That's my number 1.
Nice. I actually did want to turn up something interesting. You know,
Yes.
Austin's list, top 10 list, he has the honorable mentions and the shit stains.
Oh, really?
Let's do. I have a shit stain for worst pay-per-view song of all time.
Worst? Okay.
Oh my god, this song. Oh my god. No, this is from SummerSlam 2007.
Okay.
Oh, this song is garbage. It is so bad. This is also my first SummerSlam watching it, and when I heard this thing, I was like, "What? What the fuck is this song? It sounds like garbled
Oh my
garbage."
god.
This song is Cataluna featuring Elephant Man. Wine Up. Oh my god, this song is so terrible. And yet it's featuring. This is also a one-hit wonder. If you don't know, this is a one-hit wonder pretty much. This song is beyond garbage. There was a couple other ones, but yeah, this song Wine Up. There were some other ones I was thinking of, but Cataluna featuring Elephant Man Wine Up is by far the worst pay-per-view song ever, in my opinion. I can't stand that song. It's so bad.
That's dirty. Ridiculous.
God, it's so bad.
Well, however, folks, I mean, I really don't have a list for a shit stain because I really was not even thinking about making one. But if I can really, think of like a song that I didn't think was like all that good or so for a wrestling theme, I mean, or pay-per-view theme, I mean, I really don't have one. I mean, I thought I know there were some and all that probably the people didn't like, but yeah, I really did not. Don't really have a list for that, but if I ever did, I would save some, or if I ever come up with one, I'll probably put it in the description or whatever. I'll probably just do that, or I'll just put in the comments, and you all can see that. Just because I'll just have to look at that once again. But there you go. Yeah, so we have gone over our top 10 list, and that's it. That's all the songs, and I hope you all enjoyed this list. If anybody else has a list as well of the top 10 best wrestling pay-per-view themes, currently or all time, whatever you want, you can comment below and you can say what you want. You can also like, comment, and subscribe as well, because as I always say, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And I also would like to thank Mr. LC Muscles Lucas for joining me.
Glad to be here, man.
No problem. Unfortunately, JVD, who said he was going to join, I sent it to him, but he must have had some things to do. But if he wants to see, if he sees this video, he can always comment and just put his top 10 or his top 10 in as well. And if he has an honorable mention as well, you can do that. And a shit stain too. Go ahead. I mean, that's fine with us. All right. So thanks once again for watching this video. Hope everybody enjoyed this once again. Thank you again for watching. And just to say once again, thank you again, Lucas, for joining me, and great list as well. All right. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy, and you all take care. Enjoy your day. And thank you again.
See you later. Stay awesome. And once again, why would you ever use Cataluna featuring Elephant Man Line Up as a theme song? That's stupid.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.